When the lights go off in Brooklyn for the last time, will you still be here? When Jay-Z's application to the city is approved, construction begins on his new $200 million development. When the Marcy houses are transformed into condominiums. Will you still be here in Brooklyn when the Disney Corporation buys the rights to Coney Island? When they move the Cyclone roller coaster indoors and pretend it is nothing but another space mountain? Will you still be here in Brooklyn when 7-Eleven opens its jaws and swallows the last mom and pop bodega under the red, orange, green umbrella? When it officially becomes illegal to sell art in the streets or play music out of your window and block parties are banned as public nuisance? When the Brooklyn Promenade charges $5 to walk on it and gawk at the view of the republic formerly known as Manhattan? When rooftops are retrofitted with arsenic traps and 6th-generation Bucktown pigeons fall from the sky? When Wall Street relocates to Red Hook for real estate and you can witness stock traders hopping in the cabs outside the former Columbia Street waterfront slums? When Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and Little Caesars merge into a single conglomerate thug, serving deep dish pies in the neighborhood, claiming to be young bloods? This is how Brooklyn pizza always was. Yeah. When they paint over the murals of Biggie, because hip-hop is no longer popular, and teenagers scrunch up their faces and ask each other, who was that fat guy anyway? When Nostrand Ave is squeaky clean, all the crackheads are gone, old Chinese women and homeless Rastafarian cats who sell cans out of trash bags have been shipped to New Jersey in exchange for the relocation rights to the franchise, soon to be rebranded Brooklyn Football Giants. When East New York tenements grace the cover of Home and Garden magazine, Good Morning America broadcast live from Maria Hernandez Park in Bushwick, with gaggles of sycophantic fans holding neon-colored signs trying to find their 15 seconds of the new Brooklyn fame. Williamsburg is referred to as the new Times Square. Hasidic storefront signs remain as the only relic of the South Side, suggesting once upon a time the Hasidic people used to live there. In an effort to support the borough's burgeoning population of Pomeranian poodle half-breed puppies, Prospect Park has been fenced and converted into the world's largest off-leash area. Fire hydrants will be fastened with padlocks soon to remain sealed on the streets during summer afternoons. When they close all of the dive bars, reopen in 6 months with remodeled backyards, serve brunch 24/7 and only accept credit cards. All the public schools closed in favor of charters run by non-profit businesses with Merrill Lynch sponsors. Will you still be here in Brooklyn when the Brownsville real estate bubble finally pops? And residents can't decide whether Whole Foods or Trader Joe's on Pitkin Avenue was the best place to shop. When blue and white banners hang from cables for everyone to see, you are now leaving Manhattan on the Brooklyn Bridge presented by AT&T. All restrictions have been lifted on the NYPD. Arrests are allowed if the crime is committed, because what's good for the people must be synonymous with business. But will you still be here when Spanish is only allowed to be spoken in kitchens? By people cooking pork belly tacos, mopping floors, washing dishes, on the train back to Newark thinking, damn, this is the neighborhood my family used to live in. Will you still be here in Brooklyn when the water towers sitting on top of buildings collect blood instead of rain? When Flatbush, the tip of Greenpoint, Bay Ridge all start to look the same, indistinguishable from the rest of suburban America, only identifiable by name. Oh, and don't hold your breath. Even that's gonna change. When the unthinkable occurs, and the words, I'm from Brooklyn, no longer carries any street credit or cachet. when the County of Kings' 200-year reign as the most creative, innovative, trend-setting, legend-making place in the whole United States finally ceases, will you still be here in Brooklyn with me to pick up the pieces? Or will you be gone? Straight out of town, just like Walter O'Malley, Flatbush train dodger, ready to die. Are you going back to Cali? On to the next cool city, a new frontier hit. You stick your dick inside Brooklyn, come all over the place and throw it away like a prophylactic. But I wasn't raised in Medina, so I swear I'm never leaving. Chained to that tower in the middle of Fort Greenin'. They're gonna have to drag me out, tooth and nail, crawl, spit, screaming. I know where I belong, and I pledge my allegiance to the greatest little country in the whole wide world. I'm already home for the rest of my years. God damn it, this transplant carved out his heart. He buried it right here. Sad to say, I know my privilege is the reason I've been allowed to stay this long. But to all those prematurely pushed out, you don't have to worry. One day we'll all make it home. To the rest of us hipsters, immigrants, old Brooklyn natives, we gotta stick together. It's the only way to save us. They make us hate our neighbors. Divide and conquer, well that's a weapon. They say the hipsters ruin Brooklyn. Let's have a conversation. If we start a dialogue, we might find out we have a lot more in common than apart. I don't claim to have the answers, but I do think it's a start. So when the last Brooklyn story is told, and that last brownstone is sold for the last petty check, I'll do whatever it takes to save the place that I love, even if I become the last hipster left.